Hey YouTube, today I'm here to show you how to make your very own baby shoe cake topper. They're really easy and really fun to make. They get a lot easier the more you make them. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a template. Now this is free online. You just Google baby shoe template and you'll recognize this one. There are a lot of other ones. But what I did with this one, the reason why I actually picked this one out was it was just two pieces, and for my first time I didn't want it to be too complicated. So what I did was print it out, cut it out, and then I laminated it. And I have used this so many times. So first let's get started with some gum paste and fondant mixture. This is my own mixture. I make my own fondant out of marshmallows. And I find that if you mix this with the gum paste, it lasts longer, number one, and for me it's more pliable. The gum paste by itself is a little stickier, or at least from my experience. I know that I can go ahead and put some cornstarch, which is the stuff that I'm putting on right now, to kind of neutralize that stickiness. But I like to just mix it because I buy a bag of gum paste and it lasts forever. So anyways, you just roll this out as wide as you need to fit the entire template out. Template on top, I mean. So, and here I've done it. So now I'm going to trace it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Cut out the excess fondant or gum paste mixture, which is really easy to do. There you go. Now once I get into this curvy section right here, I like to use a smaller cutout, which I have here. And I just take my time, just go in sections and remove. Because if you leave it there after you've traced it out, sometimes it still sticks. So here we go. So you have the extra fondant. Go ahead and roll it up into a ball. And there you go. I'm going to just put this away so I can use it for later. And here's the cutout. Now you see how flexible it is still? I cannot work with this. So what you're going to have to do is once you cut it out, let it sit out for a good hour or so until it gets a little harder. Now for this video, I cut one out in advance, and do you see it's just a little tougher, which is what we want. I went ahead and did the same thing with the baby shoe, the bottom. And I mixed it up. I did this in purple. So this is a right, so I actually can just flip it over and have my right one, but I did trace out a right foot, so let me get that. Okay, so after you've traced it out and done whatever embellishments you want to do to it, so this, what I've done with this one is I went over the edge with a stitching tool to kind of give it that effect. And then I did some cutouts with this right here, and I stuck some purple to the back to kind of give it a little uniqueness. So now I am going to glue this together. This is really easy. I just use water since it's all sugar. You go over the edges with some water. You have to work pretty quickly, but this really is a no-fail shoe. Anybody can do this. Super easy. And let me see, let's glue this part together also. I'm going to glue this back part, because that's where it's going to stick together. And you just do this right here. Take your time, press down. Right there. And now I'm going to carefully put the top part on the bottom part. And you can already see it's coming together. It looks really nice. It looks really dirty right now, but this is all cornstarch. Something that you can dust off when you're done. So don't worry about trying to get it too nice and neat right now, because that all comes at the end when it's done. So the shoe is done. You can see here, all it really needs is for it to dry. Sometimes what I do is put in some toilet paper or cotton balls, whatever you have that, you know, inside to kind of let it set and help it set. But if you let it sit out long enough, the original parts, it'll pretty much just sit on its own. I made these in advance. These little buttons are button molds. You can find these at Michael's. Put some water on the back to put right here. So here we go. So here's a finished baby shoe. Hopefully this helped you out. Go ahead and message me or post a comment if there's anything else you'd like to know about the shoe, but this is pretty much the finished product. I would let this set for a few days. After it's all set, then I get a brush and I just dust everything off. I dust everything off, clean it up, put some shimmer dust on it to clean it up really well. What I will do is I'll go over the entire thing with a brush and water and just clean it up, and it gives it a shine. You can also steam it to make them shinier. Just be creative. You can do whatever you want. I've made so many of these. You can also see some more of these on my blog spot. It's fluffyflowers.blogspot.com, and it's Fluffy, L-U-F-F-Y, flowers, F-L-O-U-R-S, .blogspot.com. So hopefully you like this, and hopefully it was helpful to you out there, okay? Bye, YouTube.